Please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Major Tracy Earls from the 287th Special Troops Battalion. I will be your MC for today's ceremony. This will be an indoor ceremony. Welcome to Salina, Kansas, and the 170th Maintenance Company's Welcome Home ceremony. At this time, the American Legion Riders of Salina would like to present a small token of their appreciation to the soldiers of the 170th Maintenance Company. It is my pleasure to introduce our distinguished guests who have joined us today in saluting the soldiers and families of the 170th Maintenance Company. Please hold your applause until I have introduced them all. The Adjutant General of Kansas, Major General Lee Tapanelli. The Command Sergeant Major of the Kansas National Guard, Command Sergeant Major Scott Hayworth. Brigadier General Eric Peck, Commander of the Kansas Army National Guard. Command Sergeant Major James Moberly, Command Sergeant Major of the Kansas Army National Guard. Chief Hector Vasquez, Command Chief Warrant Officer of the Kansas Army National Guard. Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Foster, Commander of the 287th Sustainment Brigade. Command Sergeant Major Brian Anderson, Command Sergeant Major of the 287th Sustainment Brigade. Chaplain Colonel William Jenkins, the Kansas National Guard State Chaplain. The Commander of the 170th Maintenance Company, Captain Scott Weber. The First Sergeant of the 170th Maintenance Company, First Sergeant Scott Williamson. We would like to also thank the senior commanders and staff of the Kansas National Guard in attendance today. On behalf of the Adjutant General, we would like to thank the members of the following organizations for their continued support of our National Guard. The employer support of the Guard and Reserve, VFW Military Assistance Programs, Veterans in Foreign Wars and American Legion, the Patriot Guard and the American Legion Riders, and our Family Readiness Support Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the invocation by Chaplain Colonel Jenkins. All uniformed military personnel will come to the position of attention, and our civilian guests will place their right hand over their heart while the anthem is played. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the Adjutant General of the State of Kansas. As you were.
I invite you to pray with me, please. We give you thanks for every soldier standing before us today, for all the efforts that made it possible for them to be home before Christmas. For all the prayers that have been offered, all the assistance provided on their behalf and on behalf of each of their families, we are grateful. We pray that each soldier and family member of the 170th may know the pride we have in them for a mission well done and may know our appreciation for the sacrifice and service of soldier and family members alike. Bless now their reunion and reintegration into all they hold dear this day and each day that is to come. In the holiness of your name.
It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the Adjutant General of the State of Kansas, Major General Lee Tapanoy.
Well, thank you, and to our soldiers, to our families, what we've waited almost a whole year for this opportunity to say, welcome home, 170th. This is indeed a very special and proud day for Kansas as we greet the fine members of the 170th Support Maintenance Company back here in Salina. And it's certainly great to have you back in Kansas for Christmas, and certainly no greater Christmas present for myself, for all Kansans, and especially your families, in terms of having you back for Christmas. To our American Legion Riders here today, thank you for what you do. Thank you for being here at each and every one of our ceremonies. It is a very special thing that you do, and one that is greatly appreciated by all. It is never easy to be away from home for as long as you have been, so thank you all for making this sacrifice. I'm honored to be able to say thank you on behalf of Governor Brownback and on behalf of every Kansan for a job well done. You've accomplished your mission in Kuwait and have proven, just as each of our deployed units have proven, that the National Guard is an operational force successfully supporting all missions all around the globe. The security that you've been providing in Kuwait has been critical to our nation's success. It is necessary to ensure the stability of our ongoing operations there, and ultimately, the work that you do as guardsmen ensures our freedoms remain strong here in the United States. You are a great group of soldiers, and you have every reason to be proud of yourselves and pat yourselves on the back for all of the hard work and all of the sacrifices that you have made on this mission. As I said, it's never easy to be away from home for especially as long as you've been. You miss the family birthdays, the ball games, and all the other special events. Thank you for making the sacrifice. You have earned some much needed rest and time with family and friends. So please take that time to really enjoy the freedoms that you have worked so hard to keep for all of us. To our families, let me say thank you for all that you do for your soldier, to support them not only during this deployment, but through their entire careers. Your job isn't over though. Your soldier needs your support to readjust to life at home again, and it's not always easy to transition from deployment to home, and that's where you can help them. We are all here to assist you and your family with that effort as well. Our Family Programs Office and our Family Assistance Coordinators, our chaplains, are just a phone call away if you need anything. I know you're all anxious to reunite with your loved ones, so we'll wrap this up. Please be careful going home. You've come well too far to be careless now. Keep an eye on each other and be safe. And again, we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless you all.
They haven't released them yet.
Captain Weber, report to the Adjutant General. Captain Weber will now return to the Adjutant General the Kansas flag that he flew while being deployed.
About 10.5 months ago, we were in the same hangar, and at the time I couldn't be more proud of this group of soldiers as we did our going away ceremony, and departed, but I can definitely tell you now, a year and a half or 11 months later, it's far surpassed how proud I am of this group of soldiers. They've done an amazing job. It feels somewhat awkward to only be talking to 70 or so soldiers after the last 10 months, but it was all of you that were the glue that held the success of this deployment together. We became a very diverse unit, opening our arms and lives to people from one coast to the other, combining over 20 different MOSs and many different personalities to complete one goal and one mission. I thank each of you for your patience, persistence, your professionalism, and your patriotism that you displayed over the last year. You helped over 80 other soldiers become members of our unit and showed them how to be vigilant and disciplined enough to be a component of the 170th. All of you persisted through a tough and enduring mission. Aside from all the training and additional duties that you've accomplished over the last year, you've also contributed over 301,000 personnel and over 115,000 vehicle checks. You conducted over 53,000 QRF patrols, and you were responsible for passing over 1,400 TMRs through the SPOD. These statistics are very impressive, as well as your performance. This mission was not glorious by any means, but it was difficult and tedious. Words cannot begin to explain the dedication and resiliency it took to withstand the past year. And nobody will be able to understand the perseverance that was required, except for the brothers and sisters standing next to you that underwent this experience by your side. Soon the elements will dissolve as well as some of you will go back to your previous units. Some will fall back into the 170th, and some will embark into other endeavors. Wherever your future may lead you, I want to thank you for the time you served during this deployment and wish you the best of luck. I encourage you to remember this operation and to be proud of this achievement, but most importantly, spread the expertise, discipline, and excellence that you have acquired into everything that you do from this day forward. I also want to thank the family, friends, and the loved ones of all these soldiers. To mention their accomplishments would be incomplete without recognizing all of you for your love, sacrifice, and support on the home front. All of you played a significant role in the success and excellence of these soldiers during this deployment, and I sincerely want to thank you for lending me your soldier over the last year. So to my soldiers and their families, you truly are the reason why the 170th is the center of the best. Welcome home, Merry Christmas, thank you, and God bless. First Sergeant, bring the unit to attention. Dismissed.
Go, 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 go!